Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Good Thursday night, everybody. This is Keith Whitman. I have Conrad with me tonight. Calvin up on the roof. He's doing a little filming for us. And we are here in Quinlan, Texas, the wonderful metropolis area at Quinlan Ford High School for tonight's game between the Wills Point Tigers and the Quinlan Panthers. Conrad, how's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I am good. It's Thursday, and we're doing football. How better can I be?
It's it, man. It's Thursday night here in East Texas, and homecoming here for Quinlan ISD, and I think they're actually doing the national anthem here momentarily. But it's going to be a good one. Quinlan Ford, 5-0 on the year, looking to stay undefeated, looking to go 6-0, and Wills Point trying to get their first district win as both teams as well. But good to be here at Hobart Lytle Field.
Yeah, it's an exciting night for both these teams, and I think you said it's opening for district for both these teams. A lot of East Texas has already started their district previously in the last week or two. And so for this is kind of an old school era of only 5 games really in district. That's the way it was when I was in high school.
Right.
That's kind of not been the norm. So it's kind of interesting to have it started kind of late, quote unquote, in the season for these two teams.
Right, 6-team district, and both teams coming off bye last week. And again, both teams looking to go 1-0 in district, which again, that's the road to the playoffs, and that's how you get far down the line. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Feel free to comment or chat. Let us know where you're listening from. We'd love to hear from you. And again, should be expecting a lot of listeners here that couldn't make the trip here for homecoming. So
yeah, we always love to hear from our listeners. I have you actually right in front of me, so when you do chat, I get to see it, and I should give you a shout out. So let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and that way we can get you on here and kind of let everybody know who's on and who's watching. We do appreciate it. And while you're doing that, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you don't miss a minute of NETSN action. We have a lot of games going on. We got one right now going on in Frankson, and then tomorrow night we have quite a few games. I'll be in Carlisle doing a game tomorrow night. But right now we are here in Quinlan, and honestly, I got to tell you something. I've never been here. I've never. This is not a pass-through area in Texas, and it's actually a beautiful town. I came through and I was like, wow, this is kind of nice. It doesn't, I told my wife, I called her because I was checking in because that's what I do as a husband.
Sure,
and
of course.
I was checking in and I was like, I feel like I'm in an episode of Friday Night Lights. You got people, you got businesses that are closed. You got businesses that have go Panthers written on the side of the buildings, and so it was kind of neat to drive through because you don't. People who watch those type of shows, they don't think it actually happens, and it does. And Quinlan is one of those places that you go to that you see it.
Well, and it's a big area too. It covers a lot of parts of Lake Tawakoni as well.
Oh yeah.
If you're coming in from Emory, which of course I did, coming from the Tyler area, but when you come in from Emory across 276, it's a beautiful view of the Lake Tawakoni, and again, we're just thrilled to be here and excited for this ball game. Again, Quinlan looking to go 6-0. Again, they're currently 5-0, but if they win this ball game, they'll be 6-0. And again, they've still got in their district Canton and Sunnyvale upcoming, so it'll be a tough road for them. But again, this will be a good ball game here between both Wills Point and Quinlan Ford. So.
Be worth the hour-and-a-half drive to come here and broadcast it for you guys.
And I saw them week 1 with the radio station I work for. We covered them against Brownsboro. So again, you're going to see a lot of misdirection, and you got to pay attention to the ball if you're watching the Quinlan Ford offense. You'll see that here shortly.
And speaking of, here come the Panthers. They just came onto the field and getting excited. Nice uniforms. They got kind of the old Michigan look there, but in blue on the helmets. Yes, it's really neat uniforms. Again, that's going to be blue tops, white bottoms, and like you said, the Michigan Wolverine helmets in blue and white. So good-looking uniforms here for Quinlan, and we're waiting for Wills Point to run out of the field here. Again, they're coming out momentarily. But, again, Quinlan under the direction of Coach Todd Wallace. Wills Point's going to be under the direction of Coach James Boxley. So Todd Wallace has been here a long time. Coach Boxley, I believe, is in his 4th year at Wills Point. So, and I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. while we're waiting on Will's Point to come out, I'm looking down and it looks like we're going to have a choir that's going to sing the national anthem, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I love the kind of the smaller schools, because you got football, you've got drill team, you've got band members down there just ready to sing and ready to go, and I love that. That's just a kind of a cool thing to see. And here come Will's Point.
Yeah, Will's Point going to be wearing their white helmets with the Will's Point shield and State of Texas behind that on each side. White tops, blue bottoms with a white stripe on the side and blue letters and numbers. So good look here for both teams.
Yeah.
So
kind of exciting and on both sides. And really, and I like to look at this, we got a good crowd on both sides. We're on the home side. Obviously, we don't have a dog in this fight. Neither of us are from either side.
Right.
I'm from Tyler, and
right.
so so we're both from that area. So we don't have a home dog soda in this fight.
Let me just say this, and I could probably say this for Keith.
Yeah.
We enjoy covering all of East Texas.
Oh, yeah.
We enjoy promoting East Texas athletes, and we love showcasing what Beast Texas is all about. Because, again, East Texas is just a phenomenal place, and we need to showcase the talent out here. We like, again, showcasing those 5A through 2A schools, even 1As and 6-man schools that don't get a lot of love and attention. So, again, we like promoting and, letting everybody see where all these phenomenal athletes come from in the greatest part of the United States, which I think is East Texas.
And I work in education, so I enjoy, not taking away from what Conrad does, but I enjoy working with students and seeing these young men and women, work hard as student athletes, and to be able to be a part of that, even in some slight way, as being able to broadcast it to you at home. To be able to do this, it's an exciting thing, and to see the hard work that they put in to each sport and thing that they do, whether
Absolutely.
it be cheerleading, band, drill team, or on the field.
Yeah.
And here come the Wills Point Tigers.
And here come the Tigers. And speaking of the crowds tonight, good crowd here from Wills Point, as you can see
Very
on the
much.
camera. But the Quinlan side, let me tell you guys, it's standing room only around the fences.
And it is homecoming night.
And it's homecoming night. So again, there's a lot of alumni and a lot of people out here tonight for Thursday night, surprisingly. So
almost time. We're waiting on Wills Point to get to the sidelines so we can do the national anthem and get this party started, so to speak.
Yes, and again, we want to shout out our cameraman Calvin. So again, the man making the magic happen behind the lenses is Calvin. So make sure you give him credit for all the great football you're going to see tonight.
Yeah, we always like having him with us, and he's one of the better of our group. We have a lot of good cameramen that
we love
take
our
their
NETSN
time.
team.
We have a lot of good. I tell you what, over the last few years, going from 1 or 2 crews to about 5 or 6 that we have this year,
Yes.
to be able to bring you all what we have, and the the men and women that put in the hard work to just come out and give of their time, because this isn't our day job.
Yeah, yeah. We spend time away from our families to do this for you. But
we're gonna go to the field for the national anthem, but we'll be back right after that. That was a very good job by the Quinlan Ford High School choir, or part of it, I'm guessing. I don't think that's the whole thing, but that's probably part of it.
We'll call it a vocal ensemble.
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's time for the captains to come out, and we'll get this coin toss.
Yes, and your captains tonight are going to be for Quinlan, number 8, Peyton Wallen, number 20, Belcar Soto, number 58, Franklin Davis. And your captains for Wells Point are going to be number 40, Weston Weber, number 50, Preston Jean, number 5, Jax King, that's number 6, Reese Peterson, and I'm assuming that's number 5, Jax King. His jersey's hiked up, so can't tell.
I wish they wouldn't do that, but I think it's 7. It's number 7.
Number 7, Brian Martinez. By the way, Brian Martinez, you're going to hear hear his name a lot tonight.
Hear him a lot, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish there was a rule about tucking those shirts in like that underneath. That's hard for us and anybody else. I did a game at Big Sandy last week, and I had a kid. There's a kid who tucked it in all the way around, and I did not. We couldn't see it. So, well, here we go, and we have the toss finalized. It looks like, okay, Quinlan Board is going to win the toss. They're going to receive, which is unusual. But I guess and I say that as unusual, but most of the time you see, and Conrad, you can agree or not, most of the time you see a deferment to the second half if they win the toss.
Here's what I think Quinlan's trying to do early. With their offense, and you'll see it here, you viewers will see it here, but with Quinlan's offense, they're going to grind it out, and you'll just watch their offense unfold. You'll see what I'm talking about. So we're excited to get this one underway here. And again, Wells Point's going to be receiving the kick from Quinlan, who again, Quinlan's going to receive the kick. Wells Point's going to be kicking off. My bad. Sorry. We just went over that, so my fault there. But anyway, back deep here for Quinlan's going to be number 6, Tyler Andrew, and number 12, Colton Huggett. And kicking for Wells Point is going to be, I think, number 31, Aiden Rodriguez.
And it looks like we got a person chatting. It's going to be, they go by Epic. Go for get 'em. And number 82, Go Sun. Number 82 is Caden Simpson for the Panthers.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
And we're about to get this night started. We're excited. We hope you are too. Go ahead and chat with us throughout the game. Here we go.
And kick's underway. And that's going to be received by number 6, Tyler Andrews. And he's running to the 40, spins around, and it's going to move forward, and it's going to be marked at the 49-yard line. So good forward momentum to get an extra 9 yards there.
That was a fantastic job by the return team of the Panthers. They opened up that hole for Andrews to just maneuver and make those spins and to get up as far as he did right around midfield.
So again, Quinlan going to start on the left hash here, the nearest side here, and again they're moving right to left on your device. And they're going to hand it off to number 7, Devin Williams. And Devin Williams is going to get on the outside, and he's going to get the first down there running out of bounds. And good job getting the outside there by Mr. Williams.
And Williams, he was actually he was kind of shuffling back and forth, looking for a hole. And Brian Martinez and Reese Peterson for the Tigers were just trying to stretch him out, took some pursuit angles to finally get him pushed out. But if he would have gotten that corner, he would have been gone.
And we got 11:45 left here in this first quarter. Quinlan coming under the huddle here. And Wallen's going to hand it off to Mason Teague. And Teague trying to get on the outside, but he's going to be swarmed by a bunch of Tigers.
Yeah, Jax King was the first one back there, but Michael Baker was the one who finally took him down and did a good job. There's a flag on the play, Conrad.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be probably a personal foul on number 10, Michael Baker. I think he grabbed a little face mask, but I could be wrong. And it looks like I am wrong. A holding.
Okay.
Oh, no, I am right. I'm sorry. It is going to be face mask. So, yeah, I believe it was Michael Baker. He just grabbed that face mask trying to pull him down and gave him a 15-yard penalty there.
And, again, I know you're trying to tackle him, but you can't grab the face mask and have self-inflicting penalties here.
Yeah.
And Quinlan in Wills Point territory here. He's going to snap the ball quickly, and they're going to hand it off to Williams. Good ball movement here and good blocking up front. He's going to get down. He's going to be tackled in the almost to the goal line there. That's going to be a big gain there.
And he took Hayes Rommel for a ride. Rommel was just being dragged. I think he drug him for about 5 yards to get to the 2-yard line, and that was one heck of a run by Devin Williams.
Yes, and again, like you said, like we said, you got to pay attention to that football here. Because you're going to see a lot of misdirection here in this Quinlan offense. But Quinlan here in the red zone here with 11 minutes left here in this first quarter. And Wallen under center. We got 2 men out right to the right side. And Wallen's going to keep it. And they're going to mark it a touchdown. So touchdown Quinlan on the keeper by Wallen.
Yeah, he just got really, really low. And you teach that, and you know this as well. You teach that in your running back. You just get lower. You lower your center of gravity and keep those feet moving, and that's what he did. And he got in for the touchdown.
And again, Quinlan getting the first score of the night here. And extra point attempt is going to be by number 15, David Sanchez. And that kick is good, so it's going to be Quinlan 7, Wills Point 0 here with 10:54 left here in this first quarter. And Quinlan doing a good job moving the football here.
Yeah, did a good job on that first one. Got it in quick and showed what they can do and the quickness that they have. We're going to take a really short break. We'll be right back here in Quinlan. Don't go anywhere.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome back here to Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas. Again, in Quinlan Ford scoring early here with just over a minute of play. Again, 10:54 left here in this first quarter. Again, Quinlan Ford 7, Wills Point 0, and Quinlan going to be kicking away to Wills Point, and back deep for Wills Point's going to be number 7, Brian Martinez, and kicking off is going to be number 15, David Sanchez here for Quinlan. So.
And I'm anxious to see how the Tigers kind of retaliate, so to speak.
Right. And that ball is received here by number 2,
Ooh.
Grayson Mixon. He got laid the wood there by
Rathan Caps.
Yes, by Rathan Caps there. Good job there.
Rathan Caps just came over and just introduced himself very quickly and said, "Hello, how you doing? Have a seat," and did a fine job on that one.
And again, we got 10:51 left here in the first quarter. Quinlan up 7-0 here. Wills Point going to start with their first drive on offense here. Their quarterback's going to be number 8, Tanner Maddox. And again, Tanner Maddox, a junior here for the Tigers. And he is the salutatorian of his class, so is what I was told by Coach Boxley. So smart in the classroom, and I'm sure smart on the football field. We'll see what Wills Point comes out here with. Again, they got a 2-back set here in the shotgun formation. And the snap. And they're going to hand it off to Martinez on the left-hand side. Martinez has a wide-open hole. He's at the 50, and he's going to get tackled just past the 45, crossing into Quinlan territory. And that was a good run there by Mr. Martinez.
Reese Peterson, you can thank him for saving that touchdown. He took a perfect angle to save that and to just chase him down and make that tackle. And a fantastic job. But, wow, what speed from excuse me, I apologize. I said the wrong one. Tyler Andrews was the one who chased him down. My apologies. Brian Martinez was the one on the run. He had some speed, was Brian Martinez.
Yes.
I was looking, too much blue out there. I'm trying to figure out, but no, Tyler Andrews did a great job of chasing him down.
No, you're good. Wills Point moving left to right on your device, and they're going to hand it off here to number 1, Landon Hamilton, and he plows up the middle, and it's going to get a few yards there. And looks like a gain of about 6, I would say. 6? Yeah. Gain of 6. How about that?
And
I know we're all trying to do our math tonight.
Yeah. Both of these teams are looking fairly well. They have a lot of speed to them, a lot of agility, and that's going to make for a fun game for us and you at home.
Running back flipping the formation here, and Tanner Maddox is going to keep it. And he's going to run up the middle of the right side. He's going to get tackled there by number 32, Emmanuel Sevilla for Quinlan.
And Colton Huguet was holding on to him from behind. That was number 12 before
number 32, Sevilla.
Before 32, Sevilla came in. But I'm telling you, Huguet was the one who was slowing him down. Without him, I don't think Sevilla would have been there.
And two-back formation here, or two-back shotgun formation here. And they're going to hand it off again to Hamilton from the left-hand side. He's going to get gaining maybe 2 or 3 there.
And a good job on the backside pursuit by the linebacker for the Panthers to just come in and make that stop. Not before 4 yards, but could have been more, as we have seen before, by the Tigers.
And clock running here. We got 8:44 left here. Running back flipping the formation here. We've got kind of a tight bunch set here on the left-hand side, and Maddox going to keep it and plouge up the middle, and looks like it's going to gain maybe about 4 or 5 on that play.
Yeah, it gets to about a yard shy of the line to gain.
Gain of
and
4.
Chase Geiger was the one who made the stop. Trying to see, okay, good. There were some guys left on the ground, and luckily they all got up.
Again, clock running here. 8:08 left here in the first quarter. Wells Point subbing out some linemen here.
And like we said before, this is a very, both of these teams looking for their first win in district. It's kind of a clean slate.
Yeah.
The records before, even though, you got Quinlan Ford with a 5-0 record, but still, you're even. It's district. These are the games that count for the season.
Yep. And shotgun snap. Maddox going to hand it off to the running back, and that it looks like Martinez. Yep, Martinez on the carry, and that's going to be close. Maybe if – oh, nope, they're going to mark him short.
Yeah,
so
it depends on where they mark him. Tyler Andrews came up from behind. He over-pursued to the back, but he ran from behind and grabbed him and kind of pulled back to make that stop and was really, really instrumental in making that. But I will tell you, Conrad, the hole was there for half a second, and then once he went in, it just shut down.
And
big man thing is
Quinlan's
timeout.
Quinlan's going to call a timeout. They didn't like what they saw in that 4th and 1 formation there from Wells Point, and
all right, well, we're
positive if you're Wells Point.
Yeah, well, they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back to Quinlan Ford High School football field. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here to Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas here for the first district game for both of these teams between the Wells Point Tigers and the Quinlan Ford Panthers. Again, Quinlan Ford up early 7-0 here with 7:03 left here in the first quarter. And Maddox in the shotgun.
It's a 4th and 1.
Going to hand it off on 4th and 1.
Is he going to get it?
And is he going to get it?
Oh, no. He's going to be short based on the referee, and it's going to be a turnover on downs,
Wow.
Conrad.
And
wow.
Good stop there for Quinlan. And Quinlan going to get the ball back here. Go ahead.
And the timeout just didn't seem, before the timeout, Conrad, they were in a big bunch, what I call a big body formation. And then they came out in a regular formation, and they really didn't push.
Yeah.
Like you thought. They did a little end around instead of going straight up the middle, and that was just unexpected.
Yeah, good adjustment there by Coach Wallace and his defense, and they're going to hand it off quick. Wallen's going to keep it and going to pass it.
Oh.
And that should have been caught there by number 12, Colton Huggett, but good ball there from Wallen.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch later on in the game number 28. Who is that? Number 28, Skylar Perenio. Is that what it is? Perenio?
Oh, Peranio.
Yeah, Peranio and number 7, Brian Martinez. those two got into a little bit of an entanglement down the field, and I'm sure those two are going to be talking a little bit throughout the game. Another timeout, and this is early in the game. You don't see this, but I guess maybe Coach didn't like what he saw.
Yeah, maybe there was some time on the play clock, too, that got away from him. But anyway, second timeout here used by Quinlan here in this contest. And with 6:53 left here in the first quarter, again, it's Quinlan 7, Wills Point 0.
Go ahead and let us know where you're calling from. Sorry, my radio days came out on that one. Sorry. But let us know where you're watching from and chat with us. We'd love to hear from you. We'll talk back with you, and I'll even chat with you a little bit. I've got it right in front of me, and we appreciate you watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe as well. That way you will not miss a bit of the Northeast Texas sports action that we have.
Yeah, and again, you can keep up with all the different East Texas teams that we cover and matchups, and then we'll be covering several different teams in the playoffs as well. So just make sure you stick with us as well. But Quinlan coming out of the timeout. They're coming out of the huddle here. Wills Point showing a 3-man front defensively. And man in motion. Wallen's going to hand it off, and that's going to be number 7, Devin Williams there with a good run. And I think he's going to gain, or he's going to get a first down there.
Yeah, Braylon Bradley was the one who made the stop. He was kind of blocked into that tackle, and excuse me, but he did a good job of wrapping up and just finishing it up and making that stop. But he does get a good 7 yards on the play.
I apologize. That was not a first down. That was like a 7-yard gain. I thought he gained enough for a first down, but a lot of bodies there. But anyway, 2nd and 3 here. They're on their own 27 here. Clock's running here. Again, if you're Quinlan here, up 7, just taking your time here, running this offense efficiently. Man in motion. Wallen's going to keep it, and he's going to bulldoze up the middle and try to gain that 3, and I would say he gained maybe 1 or 2 of that.
Well, and that's kind of hard to do with Weston Weber.
We got a flag on the play on the far side of the field, too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's going to be on the Panthers. Weston Weber, big old boy. He's going to be one of your defensive linemen, defensive tackle. Looks like he kind of hit early. Made that stop. But the penalty, I believe, is probably going to be looked like a holding penalty, possibly. Not quite sure. Didn't really see. The referees here are quicker on the draw than most that we've seen. 3rd down.
And Quinlan moving quickly. Oh, we're going to have another timeout. And Quinlan's used their 3rd timeout of the first half.
And I think that's going to be a play clock situation. I don't believe that Peyton Wallen is watching the play clock like he should be. He's letting it get down a little bit too far for the coach's liking. Yeah. And that might come down to bite him in the behind closer to the end of the first half.
And with that, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. You're watching NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back here to Lytle Field here in Quinlan. 5:48 left here in the first quarter. They're going to snap the ball. Wallen's going to fake it, and then he's going to hand it off to Williams on the reverse or on the sweep, and he makes a move, makes another move, and he's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's still moving. He's going to get tackled at the 20-yard line, and that is a almost field to field, or from other side of the field to the other side of the field gain there for Mr. Williams. Good run there for Quinlan.
And Justin Brooks for the Tigers, he was right behind him every step of the way, and just really, if he wouldn't have slowed down, if Williams wouldn't have slowed down and wait for his blocker to catch up, he might have gotten a little further. But Justin Brooks did a good job of holding in and making that stop to keep the touchdown from happening. Great run.
And clock running here in the first quarter. And Wallen's going to toss to the left-hand side, and that's Teague getting the toss, and he's going to gain maybe 1 or 2 there.
And he gets cut down really quick. Caleb Morrell comes in quick from the linebacker position and just cuts him out below the knees. We got a couple other chats here. Conrad got a Shane Ray watching from Canton, and Colt Cooper is a Quinlan ISD alum out in Abilene.
All right.
So we appreciate you watching all the way in Abilene. Shane, we appreciate you watching from Canton. That's a long way away, too. Not as far as Abilene, but it's there.
And handoff there to number 6.
Oh.
That is number 6, Tyler Andrews. And Andrews is
Beautiful.
going to score on an 18-yard run for Quinlan.
That was beautiful. He just weaved in and out, maybe was touched on a shoulder pad just a little bit as he brushed by. A beautifully designed play and a beautiful run by Tyler Andrews to get that touchdown.
And again, Quinlan now up 13-0 here with 4:21 left here in the first quarter. And Mr. David Sanchez is going to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and wow, he kicks that just short of the track. First lane of the track there. So anyway, 4:21 left here. Excuse me, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I'm going to give Mason Teague a little bit of a shout out to that, because that snap from a deep snapper back in my day, that snap was not as good as it could have been. That was low, kind of hit the ground a little bit, and Mason Teague picked that thing up, put it down like it was supposed to be, and that's why that kicker did such a good job.
Yeah, good
Just
job.
going to give it props.
Yeah, good job by Mason Teague. He's one of the leaders of this team for sure. But again, 4:21 left here in the first quarter. Quinlan up 14-0 here at Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas tonight. Again, appreciate all of our listeners listening in, and feel free to comment and let us know where you're listening from. We appreciate the listener from Abilene listening in.
And Epic, you are right. It was an awesome run. You are correct. That was a phenomenal run. And a lot of the plays that Quinlan has been putting out there right now have just been they're just showing that speed, and it's amazing to watch. I'm anxious to see. Wills Point did a good job as well of showing some speed. Quinlan came in and locked it down a little bit defensively. Anxious to see how the Tigers come back and make some adjustments after that first offensive series.
And David Sanchez is going to kick away here for Quinlan. Once he gets it teed up, and back deep to return here for Wills Point is going to be Brian Martinez. And having some confusion here from the officials. I would imagine the officials tonight are going to be out of the Tyler chapter.
Yeah, I think they adjusted the play clock on that.
Yes, 4:21 left here in the first quarter, and kicks away. And that's going to be received at the 30-yard line there by number 5, Jax King. And he's going to net 3 yards on that return. So it's going to be started here in their own 33-yard line here for Wills Point here with 4:19 left here in this first quarter. And again, let us know where you're listening from.
Jaden Ziegler did a great job of coming down and making that tackle on the return team and making that stop. Of course, you know, it wasn't like anything like the Panthers' return at the beginning of the game, more of a rainbow kick, but kind of good, not bad field position for Wills Point in this situation. They need to come out, make some changes, make some adjustments, and anxious to see what they do.
Wills Point in the shotgun look here in the spread formation, twins on both sides here. They're going to hand it off to Martinez up the middle, and it's going to maybe gain a yard, if that, or get it back to the original line of scrimmage.
So Colton Huguet came around and made a big hit. He's an outside linebacker. He came around from the outside of the tackle on here on the right-hand side, and he hit the running back in the backfield, but he didn't wrap up. He just made a big hit and knocked him off the track, which helped the Panthers make that stop.
Trips bunch on the far side here. Maddox going to throw it, and that pass is caught by number 0, C.C. Cunningham, the sophomore, and that's his first reception of the night for Wills Point. Good move on there on the comeback route.
So I'm going to say this: Quinlan needs to be very, very careful. Their defensive linemen and sometimes their linebackers over pursue. Yep. They're pushing a little bit in. What's going to happen is the coaches are going to see it. Wills Point's going to pull back and do what they just did, dump a little passes. They may do some screens. You got to be careful.
Trips on the near side here. Maddox is in trouble, passes it, and gets that off somehow to
on the
number
ground.
3,
Ball's
Brayden
on the
Crowe,
ground.
and ball's out.
And they're saying he was down by contact. They say the ball caused it.
They got away with that one.
But is it going to be – yeah, it's going to be a complete pass, but they're going to say that the ball caused the fumble. And that would have been a horrible thing for Wills Point because that was a fantastic catch by Brayden Crowe and a heck of a pass by Maddox as he was really kind of going down.
Wills Point crossing into Quinlan territory here on the 48 on the far hash here. Clock running with 2:40 left here in the first quarter. And 2-back set here in the shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off to Martinez. Martinez not going to get anywhere. Probably going to lose a yard there. Good job there by the Quinlan front.
Out of the 11 defensive players, there were only 2 that weren't in on that tackle. I'm just going to say there was your cornerback right out here and James Barker, who was a defensive back. I think he's your further back. He's your safety. Those are the only 2 that were not on the tackle that just happened. Just saying.
And we've got twins on both sides here. Spread formation, shotgun formation here for Wills Point. Maddox looking to his right, and that is overthrown on the slant route intended for number 3, Brayden Crowe.
Yeah, Maddox once again trying to make a pass with 3 or 4 Panthers in his face, and he was hit again as he threw. That's tough to do. He's going to have to do something. His offensive line, and there's a flag on the play. Hi, God, that thing was thrown. He threw that thing about 30 yards in the air. What the heck?
Chunked it like a...
Got unsportsmanlike conduct on Wills Point. That's going to back him up. Something was said. Had to have been a verbal because there were no Panthers. There were no Quinlan Panthers near anyone. And I think there was just some verbalage. I know that's not a word, but my mother's turning over in her grave for me. She was an English teacher, and I just said verbalage.
So
I'm going to get visited by her tonight. Anyway.
It's a verbal altercation. There you go.
I'm sure something was said, but
anyway.
That backs them up. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tigers, that's going to back them up 15 yards.
Yeah, and again, you don't want to have self-inflicting penalties here.
Yeah.
Especially down 2 scores. So, 2-back set here, shotgun formation. Maddox going to keep it and is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like here. But kind of interesting, 3rd and 27, and you're calling a quarterback draw?
Yeah, and Jaden Siegler came in from the linebacker position. He found a hole. There was no, and he just kind of chased down, Maddox to bring him down. And I agree with you. You're 3rd and Tyler, and you're gonna do a
3rd and Emory.
Yeah, and you're gonna do a quarterback sneak. That was kind of weird.
Anyway, punt away.
That's a big old boy punting that ball.
It is. Number 60 punting that for Quinlan.
That's 99. No, yeah, you're right. No,
Chase
that's
Geiger.
not. No, that's Wills Point punting.
No.
Yeah, that's Will Point. That was Eli Rice.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you are correct.
Eli Rice, number 99. That's a big old boy.
Guys. Hey, like we mentioned,
there's a lot of blue on the field, y'all. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, 47 seconds left here in the first quarter, and
they should do a color rush like they do in the NFL and just make all white and all no.
I know, right? Yeah, sorry, but Wills Point punted that away to Quinlan. Jeez, got the numbers mixed up here. Anyway,
at least we can see. Excuse me. At least we can see the numbers.
Yeah,
we've had it where we can't see numbers sometimes.
Wallen taking the offensive play call here from Coach Todd Wallace here, and we'll see what they do here. Again, 47 seconds left here in this first quarter. Quinlan up 14-0. And fake toss to the left, and they're going to pass it back to Teague. Good move. And Teague, with the extra effort, going to gain maybe about 7 yards on that.
Good open field tackle by Grayson Mixon, and does a good job of just getting down low. And Teague tried to kind of hurdle him, but not going to happen by Mixon. Takes him down. And
it was correct. 2nd and 3 here. Again, Quinlan forward, up 2 scores. I would definitely use as much clock as if you can. And again, trying to go 6-0 and get your first district win here makes sense.
And I'm shocked. In the ability here, or in the first quarter here, it's taken 30 minutes, and they've run as much as they have, and yet it's taking so long to get through the first quarter. But we are now through the first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. Yeah.
And again, Quinlan Ford 14, Wills Point 0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make, and at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, PLLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
All right, welcome back to Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas here for a matchup between the Wills Point Tigers and the Quinlan Ford Panthers. Quinlan Ford up 14-0 here. Again, we appreciate you guys listening in. Feel free to let us know where you're listening from here in the chat below. And make sure to share and like and subscribe to NETSN on our YouTube channel. And we're going to have flag on the play there on the Quinlan Ford handoff attempt. And it's going to be false start against Quinlan Ford here, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty here. And again, that will make it 2nd and 13 for the Panthers.
And that may have been a little bit of a lucky draw for the Tigers. Devin Williams had that, and wide open here on the right side of the field was wide green grass.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in full speed sprint. I don't know if they could have stopped him. It might have been another touchdown.
And Coach Wallace giving Peyton Wallen the play here. And wing T offense look here from Peyton Wallen. And that's Devin Williams running up the middle, and he's got to gain. Woo. He's going to gain probably about 15 there.
Braylon Bradley on the shoestring tackle to make the stop, but does a good job, I believe. Was that, hold on, I may have been wrong on who that was, but I believe it was.
Good tackle there by Wills Point, though. 11:17 left here in the second quarter. Clock is running here, and Peyton Wallen getting the play here to the Quinlan offense here. Again, 1st and 10 here on their own 46. And we're going to have another flag. Another false start penalty.
Back him up again.
And Coach Wallace not happy about that, I assure you.
Well, he's almost out to the hash mark. You can kind of tell. You can see him on the screen right now. He's almost to the L.
I mean, in the last 5 plays, we've had 2 false starts. So,
not something you want when you, in your first quarter, you've done so well and so clean. And here you are in the first, 4 plays of the second quarter, shooting yourselves in the foot a little bit.
And Wallen rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it, and he's looking for an open receiver. And he's going to pass it to, or try to pass it to Devin Williams. And Devin Williams tried to catch it with his left hand and pass it complete.
A little bit behind him and tried to drag it out. Williams did a good job of just bouncing out. He was going parallel with Wallen the whole time, and then did a good job to really see where and what was about to happen and just release down the field. And Wallen did a good job to recognize that, just accidentally, or not accidentally, just a little bit too much of a touch and threw it behind him. Hard pass to catch by Devin Williams.
And clock stopped here, 10:39 left here in the second quarter. Wallen under center. Wallen, and we're going to have another false start penalty. Whew. And wow.
And another timeout, and final timeout's going to be called by the Panthers.
So I guess Wills Point did call a timeout earlier. I guess we got that wrong. But anyway, yeah, this will be Quinlan's final timeout, like you said. And again, 10:37 left here in the second quarter. Kind of kind of unusual to be up 2 scores and using all 3 timeouts here. So,
Well, and I think the frustration this is where you use your timeouts in this type of situation to bring your team in and calm them down, because right now they're jumping, they're not holding their water. He's bringing them over to kind of yell at them, but also ask them what's wrong, calm them down, let them know everything's good, we're winning, but don't calm down. We know we've been here. Act like you've been here before. That type of situation.
well, yeah.
But unfortunately, in the first quarter, they let the play clock run down.
Hey, let me say this, Coach Wallace too. Good job getting his whole team out.
Oh yeah,
to the hash mark, or to almost the hash mark. There wasn't a soul standing on the sideline when he addressed his team. So good coaching there by Quinlan.
And it was a team situation that he needed to address to keep your head in the game.
And Wallen under center. And good fake there. That's going to be given to number 5, Xander Sharp. And Sharp's going to gain maybe 3 on that play, 2 or 3.
And still a long way away from the line to gain.
Yeah.
For the Panthers.
And again, 2nd and 20 here. Or excuse me, now it's going to be 3rd and 20 here for Quinlan. Or 3rd and 18 now. Waiting on the scoreboard to update. And clock's running here. Wallen giving the play to the team. And Wills Point showing a 4-man front this time. So a little bit of defensive change here for Wills Point. But Wallen under center. Wallen going to look for the pass. He's in trouble. He's rolling out to his right, and he's going to keep it. And good decision there. He's going to gain. Oh, he got hit in the head.
And I'm wondering, that was a.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. But I will say Colton Huguet did a good job on the backside block, because one of the linemen, one of the defensive linemen for Wills Point, was coming after Wallen, and Huguet just came and just stuck with the block. Did a good job on the backside to keep the defender away from his quarterback to allow for him to make some yardage there. I mean, it's now 4th and manageable, if you want to call it that, but at least you're not 4th and miles away.
Right. So 4th and 7 here on their own 49. Again, trying to cross midfield.
And it's
another flag.
Yep, false start again. So now you are 4th and miles.
Yep.
And Wallace does not seem happy.
No, he's not. And he's lighting up his offensive line. I don't blame him, because, again, 4 false start penalties here on this drive alone is costing them to having to punt here. Again, 4th and 12 here, and Quinlan's first punt of the game, and they're going to punt it away here to Brian Martinez here at Wells Point.
And there's another one.
Another flag.
And I'm wondering, and what's happening, and I'm watching a little bit, is your receivers seem to be moving. And I'm wondering if it's the center or somebody's not snapping the ball, the snap count's not right. There's a miscommunication of sorts somewhere.
Yeah. Coach Wallace has the full white beach towel out.
Yeah.
Wallen going to punt it away here.
That's a high punt.
That is a high punt. You are correct, and that's going to go out of bounds at the 40. They're going to mark it at the 40. So Wolves Point going to take over here in good field position on their own side, and
that was not their. That was probably one of the worst offensive series, I think, that Quinlan's probably had all season.
Oh,
because Coach Wallace he's red.
Oh yeah.
He's not too happy.
They're going to hear about it at halftime, I assure you.
But here's your situation. If you're Wills Point, you need to capitalize on this right now. You've got a team that is on the ropes just a tad. They're a little bit flustered because they had a bad experience out there. They didn't get to score. They're kind of on the defensive, no pun intended.
Yeah. Maddox going to hand it off to Martinez on the right-hand side, and Quinlan wraps up on him, and starting that was number 60, Chase Geiger.
Yeah, Geiger got in there and just wrapped up and said, "You are not going anywhere, sir. You're going to stay here, and I'm going to bear hug you and give you a loss of 2 yards." And that's what he did.
And clock running here, 9:02 left here in the second quarter. Again, seems like this quarter's taking forever with all the penalties we've seen on this past drive. But again, Wills Point showing a 2-back set here in the shotgun formation. And they're going to hand it off. Oh, and I think that was Martinez there on the carry. Going to gain maybe 2.
I think they're only going to give him 1 on that.
Or even 1, okay.
Yeah, he ran about 6 yards, only gained 1. But, I mean, not much you can do. And why are they running up the middle in a situation of 3rd and long or 2nd and long? You're the play calling is a little bit odd. Are they? And my question is always, are you seeing something we're not?
Yeah.
And that can happen.
Twins on the near side here. Maddox looking left. He's going to keep it, and he's going to run up the middle. Good decision. And he gains 3, maybe 4.
He made that decision about a split second too late. If he would have made it earlier, he probably would have gained a first down and a little bit more. But when he made that decision, he hesitated just a tad, and it allowed the defense of the Panthers to recognize it and squeeze in and break that hole down that was open. But that hesitation cost a first down and possibly more for the Tigers.
And well said. And Wills Point here going to punt for their 3rd time tonight. And clock's running here. 7:30 left here in the first half. Some confusion here at the line of scrimmage. Okay, here we go. And punt's going to be away. That's Eli Rice punting that away.
That's a heck of a punt.
Yes, he does have a leg. And that's going to be down to the 10-yard line. So Quinlan going to start deep in their own territory here at the 10-yard line. And again, Quinlan coming out this drive, they have got to fix the false start penalties. They had 4 last drive. Coach Wallace got redder than the tomato at Jacksonville's Tomato Fest, okay? And he's going to light it up. So anyway.
Well, and I'm looking across the field, and the coach over there is pretty hot himself. What is that, Boxley?
Boxley, yeah.
And Boxley's jumping up and down and trying to get his defense riled up and to get this stop, because to go in at half, even though it's just there is 7 minutes left, but to go in at half just down by 2 scores would be, in my opinion, a win if you're the Tigers.
And Wallen going to keep it on the fake.
Oh.
And gain of about 7.
And a great job. I believe that was number 9 by the Tigers, Zayden Sprayberry. And he comes in and makes that stop. He cuts down a little low. And, you know, we got taught that. They don't do that much anymore. But when I was coming up back in the 1900s, that's what they taught us. That's how they taught us to make those tackles, was to come in low. You still get your head up. You got to look. You got to see what you're hitting. But Wills Point's doing that type of tackling this afternoon.
Wallen gives it to, I can't see that number.
That's
number 3, Mason Teague. And that's going to be a first down there for Quinlan.
It is going to be a first down. Hey, everybody, real quick, don't forget to stick around at halftime. And we're going to let you see the halftime show of both teams, the bands and the drill teams and the flag guards. We're looking over there, and the Wills Point flag. I can see the flags flying. I can't see anything else. I can just see the flags flying because they're practicing in the dark. But stick around for the halftime show.
Wallen going to toss it to the left-hand side, and some blockers moving, pushing the pile here, and that's going to be, I think, Wraith and Caps, if I remember correctly, or if I'm correct on that, catching that toss. Trying to get that number here.
I believe it was number 10 on the carry.
Oh, excuse me, number 10. Looks like
Yeah.
a 16 with his jersey hike up.
No,
That's
it was-
James Barker.
Yeah.
James Barker, I remember calling his name a lot against Brownsboro, so good to see him getting some carries here.
He was hiding behind his line and just moving. It's like the flying V in the Ducks. What is it? I can't even think about it. The hockey. What is it? Anyway.
Oh, the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. I couldn't think of the
Yeah.
word mighty.
There you go.
I'm getting
That's
old,
all right.
Conrad. I'm getting old.
Williams in motion. Wallen looking for the pass to the right. Mason Teague, or excuse me, that's not Mason Teague. That is number 12. Colton Huggett with the catch there. Good reception for the young man. And that's going to be a first down, 12-yard gain there for the Quinlan Ford Panthers.
And Huggett tried to tried to put on the brakes and cut back up. And when you're on a grass field, that's not as easy
Nope.
as on turf. Turf, you got those cleats and they dig. Grass moves.
Yeah, that is a
So
good point.
he dropped down.
Wallen
Ooh.
and gives it to Huggett again. Faked it to Williams initially, and we're going to have a flag on the play. And
Well-
two officials chunked it like
Caleb Murrell came in there and saved that because Huggett had a wide open area on that left-hand side with that offside run there.
again 4:43 left here in the first half here. Again, Quinlan up 14-0. Wills Point still has not put any points on the board yet tonight, and
Ooh, personal foul on the defense face mask.
yes, going to be another costly penalty here for Wills Point. And that's going to put Quinlan in good field position here, Wills Point territory on their 42-yard line. And we will see what Quinlan does here coming out. Again, you're going to see a lot of under center offense here for Quinlan. And they're going to toss it to the left-hand side. That is number 10, James Barker. And he's going to take two Tigers with him to the 30-yard line.
Well, Jax King hit him initially, and Barker just decided to keep running, and King did a good job. He stuck with it and didn't let it get in, didn't let him get away, and really came back and made that tackle. But it could have been worse, so got to give King a little bit of a props there.
And clock's running here. Payne Wallen next to Coach Wallace here near the sideline getting the play call here. And coming out of the huddle here. And they're going to toss it to the left-hand side. That's number 6. And when he's going to get wrapped up there by number 10, Michael Baker. So Tyler Andrews there getting wrapped up there by Michael Baker for a loss.
And Baker did a good job of coming from the backside and just introducing himself once again and making that stop. A great job by Wills Point to continue to fight. Like I said, it's just a 2-score game. They're not giving up. It's a lot of game left. So, you're not counting out. They're not dead.
3:08 left here in the first half. Wallen is going to hand it off to Mason, or excuse me, that is incorrect. That's Tyler Andrews there.
And Justin Brooks was the one who made the stop and kind of got drugged just a little bit and then ended up pulling him back for the stop.
Speaking of that, I want to shout out Justin Brooks for the good sportsmanship there, getting Tyler Andrews up off the ground. You like to see that between both teams here. But Wills Point and Quinlan, close proximity rival here, right across Lake Tawakoni here. So district opponent as well. So big, important game here for both teams here in this one. Again, 2:30 left here in the first half. Wallen breaking the huddle and coming out under center, and he's going to hand it off there to number 6, Tyler Andrews again, and just a lot of misdirection, and you don't know who's going to get the ball for the Quinlan Ford Panthers.
And Hayes Rommel did a good job. He kind of stepped to the left and pushed the running back into the inside. He forced Tyler Andrews to go back into the field instead of moving to the outside, and there was backside help from the Tigers, which allowed the stop to be made. Yes, they had a first down, but they didn't get a touchdown. So good job of cutting off that corner to allow them to come in. Now we got the 2-minute warning, or the 2-minute timeout. I say 2-minute warning, but anyway.
Yeah.
So
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. While they do that, though, we're going to take our 2-minute warning. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on NETSN. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one here in Quinlan. We'll be right back. And we are back in Quinlan. We got some scores for today's games. We have a game in Frankston going on right now. The 4-1 Mildred team against Frankston. The 5-0 Frankston Indians, 20-0 there in the second quarter. Frankston leads.
Wallen hands it off to the right-hand side. That's Mason Teague. Mason Teague over to the end zone, and he gets in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mason Teague.
Wow.
21-yard run there for the Quinlan Ford Panthers. That's going to make it 20-0 here with 1:53 left here in the first half. Good run and execution there by the Quinlan Ford offense coming out of the timeout.
That was a heck of a run by the Panthers. Wow, that was fantastic. Wow, I'll say it backwards. Wow, that was great.
And Quinlan now up by 3 scores, and Mr. David Sanchez going to attempt the extra point. And Mason Teague, who just scored the touchdown, trying to gather his breath and hold the kick for him, and he does. And kick is up and good for Quinlan Ford, and Quinlan Ford now up 21-0 here with 1:53 left here in the first half. And Coach Wallace got to be pleased with that after the 4 false start penalty drive we had earlier.
Yeah, to come out of that 2-minute timeout and make that score on that first drive. Now they just got to come out defensively and keep the Tigers from getting into that end zone. That's what you really got to do. Go in with a goose egg against them at halftime to really feel better, even though, because here's the deal, Wills Point's getting the ball at halftime. So you don't want them to score and then get the ball coming out of the locker room at half. I do have another score, Conrad. Union Grove and Ore City are playing tonight.
Okay.
In Ore City. 26-7, Union Grove leading right now in Ore City.
Kind of a close proximity game for folks here. Ennis up on Greenville 13-0. Let's see. Wiley East 48, South Garland 0 at the half. Saxe 14, North Garland 10 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And I've also got McKinney Boyd 5, Prosper Rock Hill 0 at the halftime. So
and then Terrell's playing Midlothian Heritage, but I don't have a score for that one.
Yes, I can get one on that. I'll text somebody who's actually at that game that
awesome.
I know.
See, I knew you would. you know things.
1:53 left here in the first half. 21-0 here. Quinlan Ford, and the kick is away and going to go out of bounds. So we're going to have a flag there for legal procedure. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think there's a flag that went down, but you said it before I did.
Yep.
So
No problem. Yeah, I was like, I saw the whiff of yellow off in the distance. So, there's as Coach Hutto says, one of my color commentators or play-by-play guys I do stuff with, he calls it yellow laundry. So,
oh, yeah, I say laundry on the field all the time.
Anyway.
Yeah, intern Claire, who's one of our people that work with us, but also my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She and I are wanting to do a podcast at one point and call it Laundry on the Field.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you
that's
like that?
Good one.
Yeah, somebody's
I
gonna take
like
that now. But yeah, that's what
hey, we're trademarking it. Nobody on the
nobody gets
on
to
the
take
podcast take it. No, anyway. Wills Point going to come out here on offense, and again, if you're Wills Point here, just trying to get some points of some sort here before the end of the half. But Maddox, we got Twins on the far side here again. Wills Point moving right to left on your device.
Oh,
and good tackle there by number 3, Mason Teague, on number 7, Brian Martinez. And we got a balloon that may...
We got a rogue balloon that's gone.
Yeah, may interfere
There is a child that is ticked off right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it pops up on the camera.
From a dad of a 3-year-old, I know that there is a crying and ticked off kid right now somewhere in the stands.
Hey, we got homecoming tonight. Let me shout out the Quinlan Ford student section. A lot of the guys in the student section are wearing actual king crowns.
There you go.
So I like it. Anyway. We got trips on the near side here for Wills Point. Maddox going to throw out on the out route, and that pass is complete. That looks like the number 15, Braylon Bradley, the junior. That's number 16, Travis Zachary, the junior. Excuse me. But clock's still running here again. Wills Point moving very quickly.
And Soto was on him on that stop. Did a good job. But he stayed in bounds, and the clock's still running.
We got trips on the far side here.
Wills Point still has all their time, or has 2 of their timeouts left.
And Maddox. Quick pass to the right. Oh, and that should have been caught by Martinez, but almost interception attempted by
Teague.
Mason Teague. Yes, sir. Go
He
ahead.
was there. I thought he was going to scoop that one up and roll over and come up with it, but didn't quite make it.
And 38 seconds left here in the first half.
Once again, stick around. At halftime, we'll bring you the halftime show.
Yep.
Both of you won't have to hear us talking.
Right.
We're not going to be around. We're going to take our little break. We're going to take our halftime, and we'll allow you to watch the bands and make sure that that's coming in.
Wills Point going to punt it away. That is Eli Rice. And nobody for Quinlan Deep. So they're going to take it at their 29-yard line. And I would imagine Quinlan may kneel this or may, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they don't have any timeouts left. Wills Point has has 2 of theirs, which doesn't make any real difference right now.
And with their offense, we may see a surprise chunk play, but I doubt it.
So I would imagine just like you go in a kneel formation and just let it ride. You are 30 seconds, so. But you know what? Yeah, it's what it looks like to me. And
they're going to plow forward. That works too. Speaking of that, Wallen with carry.
Goodness.
Oh, and he's still moving.
Well, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't pull him. And it's a flag. It looks like a. No, it's not a flag. I'm sorry, they got him. I guess.
I guess they're just going to run out the clock.
Well, I think they're going to tell him that his forward progress was stopped at that position.
And they're just going to run out the clock.
Is someone going to tell Colton Huggett that you can't pull somebody out of a tackle? You kind of can push a little bit, but you can't really pull the guy away from somebody. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
There's a rule about that somewhere. But that's going to be the end of the first half.
Yeah, Coach Wallace wanted an explanation there on that. But, yes, like you said, end of the first half regardless. Huggett, I don't know exactly, what happened there, but we'll find out. I'll talk to Coach Wallace after the game and maybe get an explanation later. But halftime, Quinlan Ford 21, Wills Point 0. And again, Wills Point drill team going to start out here, and the Wills Point Tiger Band, and then we will hear from Quinlan Ford drill team and their marching band. So any final thoughts before we head to halftime?
Nope. I hope you enjoy halftime because I'm going to enjoy it. I'm smelling some good food somewhere, so I'm going to go find it. But y'all enjoy halftime. We'll be back in about 28 minutes.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Introducing your 2025 Varsity Tigerettes. Under the direction of Mrs. Kim Bingham, your officers are Line Officer Lena Johnson, Junior High Drill Instructors Emily Mata and Rachel Davis. Your social officer is Ashley Vasquez Zamudio. And your head captain, Brianna Klassen. Your Tigerette of the week is Angie Ugarte. Now, stand up and cheer as the Tigerettes bring you Houdini. music is on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment, please welcome your award-winning Tiger Band. They will be performing their nearly complete competition show, Bend the Knee, including song selections, Night Window from the movie 1917, Piano Concerto No. 2 by Sergei Rachmaninoff, Exit Music for a Film by Radiohead, and The Red Machine by Peter Graham. Tonight's soloists are Alexis Pratchell, Jacob Venable, and Caleb Roberts. Drum majors for the Tiger Band are Senior E.C. Vasquez and Junior Sarah E. Granados Trejo. Color guard captain is Senior Sarah Macera. Section of the week is the clarinet. Band members of the week are Judith Cervantes and Jack Daniels. Guard member of the week is Valerie Gonzalez. And now, please welcome to the field your Spelling Tiger Band is under the direction of Eric Petrinowicz, Tiffany McWilliams, Joseph Smith, Mike Cheripka, and Samantha Carter. Color Guard is under the direction of Trey Brown and Courtney Dominguez.
Now for your halftime entertainment, introducing the internationally acclaimed Ford High School Bluebells. The bells are under the direction of Miss April Carter. The bells are led onto the field by Social Officer Alicia Sizemore, Head Social Officer Casey Traylor, Lieutenant Chelsea Hunter, Lieutenant Daisy Alvarez, First Lieutenant Audrey Good, and our Captain Miss Emma Mouton. Dancer of the Week is Alicia Sizemore. Bluebell of the Week is Audrey Good. As a reminder to everybody in the stadium, the lights will be changing during this performance. Please exercise caution. The Bells will be performing their homecoming kick routine to God Bless Texas. Good luck, ladies. Your music is on. God bless Texas. Panther Nation, give it up for the Ford High School Bluebells. Ladies and gentlemen, the Quinlan Ford Panther Marching Band is proud to present their 2025 competition show, The Heist. Soloists this evening are Nathan Wright, Joshua Russell, and Aaron Brito. The Panther Band would like to thank the Quinlan Band Booster Association for their unending support. This week's band members of the week are Jacob Godsey and Lillian Harney. Color Guard member of the week is Kylie Moore. And the section of the week is our trumpet section. The Panther Marching Band is under the field direction of drum majors of Bella Lopez, Jackson Biggie, and Macy Boyer. The Panther Band proudly presents The Heist. hope you've enjoyed this evening's performance provided by the outstanding students of the Quinlan Independent School District's Bluebells Drill Team and your Panther Marching Band.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
We're going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
All right, folks, welcome back here for second half action here from Hobart Lytle Memorial Field here in Quinlan, Texas. And Quinlan will be receiving the second half kick here from Wills Point.
No, Wills Point.
Oh, excuse me,
receiving.
Wills Point receiving the
Yeah.
second half kick from Quinlan, excuse me.
We had a little
Again.
snack, and we're just kind of, it's nap time.
Well, that, and there's so much blue on the field.
Oh.
Like we've been talking about, it's confusing.
Well, and it was a heck of a halftime show. I'm going to tell you that. They both halftime, both bands and drill teams and everybody did a fantastic job. It was quite enjoyable. I got to watch it. It was kind of nice.
Absolutely. And again, Quinlan up 21-0 here to start the second half. And again, correction from what I just said, but Quinlan's going to be kicking off to Wills Point. And again, David Sanchez will be kicking off to Brian Martinez. Oh, Wills Point, potentially. We'll see where it lands. But kick is away. And we're starting the third quarter here. They're going to weigh for a fair catch. Number 5, Jax King is at the 30-yard line. And Wills Point going to start here on their own 30. So we will see how they respond here in the second half, not putting up any points.
I'm actually anxious to see what adjustments and what changes were made in the Tigers locker room over the halftime. A lot of things happened, a lot of good and a lot of bad during the first half for the Tigers. But where can they make their adjustments? You know, their coaches that were in the press box over there were watching. They saw some things. They saw the over-pursuit of the defensive line. They saw the inability sometimes of the Panthers' defensive backs. They thought that hitting was the way to go instead of making the wrap-up tackles. So anxious to see what adjustments were made and how they're going to come back in this second half.
And Maddox in the shotgun formation. And we're going to have penalties to start off the second half.
They switched sides. Did they switch sides, Conrad? Because this is what Quinlan was doing in the first half.
I don't know. But
this is just tired.
Self-inflicting wounds, you know, just uncalled for. And again, coaches are going to get on to you for that stuff.
And especially here you are in mid-season. This is the time you should not be doing this. You know you've been playing for 5 weeks. You know what's up.
Right.
You know how to hold your water.
Maddox.
Fantastic.
Annihilated by a couple Quinlan Ford Panthers, and leading that is number 16, Rythan Caps.
And Rythan does a good job of pursuing, and he had help in the backfield as well. And I believe, who was that? I believe number 6, Andrews was with him as well. But there were a couple in the backfield. Just got back there and quickly as well. The swiftness to get back into the backfield kind of scares you a little bit on that front line on what they're doing and how they're getting out of their stance to make those blocks against those defensive linemen.
And we got a trips bunch formation on the near side again. Wills Point moving left to right on your device, and we are going to have a timeout by Quinlan. So,
and Coach Wallace did not like, and kind of talking to one of his defensive backs, did not like the way that his defensive secondary was lined up to that trips formation.
And he's letting the player have it, as he did not like the response that he got from that particular player. But again,
and I imagine it's like, we practice this, guys. We've seen this. I put you up to this because I guarantee you that you have scouting reports, you got scouting teams. You went through, you ran these plays, you ran these formations against scout team offenses during practice during the week, and this formation was put up. And I guarantee you that he and the coaching staff had a way that you were supposed to defend it. And I don't think that they were in it. And the way that they were in it was not going to be good for the Panthers.
And Wills Point showing a double stack on the far side. Shotgun formation, rolling out to the left is Maddox. Maddox passing it, and that pass is complete to number 7 for Wills Point. That's going to be Brian Martinez there on the out route. So good play call there for Wills Point, and gained a little bit of yardage, but still a long way to go on this third down.
Ryfin Caps does a good job of pushing him out of bounds, but I'm going to tell you, and they haven't seen it yet, but the Panthers need to hold back. They need to. When a defensive lineman finds themselves 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, not hit, they need to stop.
And trips on the near side, and Maddox finds an open receiver over the middle on the go route, and that is number 5, Jax King, on the completion there. And still going to be 4th and about 5 on the 10-yard gain there.
Yeah, you're still going to have to bring out your punt unit. Good play call, and a lot better protection by that front line for Maddox, but still not what you needed. You shot yourself a little bit when you got those penalties, not what you wanted on your first drive coming out of the half with the ball.
And 9:40 left here. Clock's running. Wills Point going to punt it away. That is Eli Rice, and he almost got that kick block there, but Wills Point is going to receive it at the 18-yard line.
And Franklin Davis, you don't normally see your big guy coming up the middle like that. It's 280 pounds, 5'9", coming up the middle. He did a good job of maneuvering to the side, not to hit Rice from that punt. Normally, you have guys from the side, your outside linebackers and stuff. They know when they go to block a punt, go in front, stay away, don't want to hit the kicker. But Davis did a really good job of rumbling and stumbling up the middle and staying away from making that incidental contact with the punter, Eli Rice, and giving Wills Point back the ball. So a good job of a little bit of football IQ on his part.
And 9:25 left here in the third quarter. Wallen going to hop under center, man in motion, and they're going to toss to the left-hand side. That's Mason Teague. Mason Teague going to gain about 4 on that play.
And sorry about that, guys. I forgot to put the scoreboard away at halftime and forgot to put it back up after half. So when he said the time, I looked down and it wasn't there. So I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
have it too.
Go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. And again, we have Colt Cooper from Abilene and Shane Ray from Canton watching their teams. Go ahead and let us know who you're rooting for as well. We always like to know where you're watching and who you're rooting for.
And that is a handoff to Williams from Wallen, and that's going to be maybe a gain of 2. Getting out to the sideline there, but clock's still running there, and actually no gain on the play is what they're saying. So no gain there for Williams. Go ahead.
Yeah, Williams ran really well to the outside. One of those things where I always say he ran about 10 yards to only gain a yard.
Yeah, basically.
And a very good job. That's what you need to do with these types of offenses is stretch it. And they haven't been able to do that. Wills Point defense has not been able to do that so far in that first half.
And we're going to have a flag.
Ooh.
think it's going to be a false start.
Yeah.
And it is false start on the offense. So, again, we've seen
I think that's
at
their
least
fifth.
2. Yeah, I was about to say, if it's not the 5th, it's at least the 6th false start penalty here for Quinlan Ford. And I'm telling you, Coach Wallace is not pleased with that. Something you're going to hear about it going into next week's contest.
And you got to wonder what is the issue? Who is causing the miscommunication? Is one of your receivers moving? Is one of your backs moving? Is there a different lineman up there?
And Wallen's just going to push it up the middle, and he's still moving forward. He's at the 50, the 45. He's going to run out of bounds. Actually, he's going to stay in bounds. Excuse me. He had thought he was going to run out of bounds, but he's going to have a big gain there, and now he's up to the 26.
And Justin Brooks just goes down and gets him, and we do have a player on the sideline that's down, but Justin Brooks chases him down, but Wallen does a good job of a field awareness to find out to see where he was, stay in bounds, and gain another 10 yards. But we do have an injured player on the field. We're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back while they attend to that player. Don't go anywhere. We will be back to Lytle Field in Quinlan in just a minute.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make, and at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
And we're back here at Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas, this Thursday, October evening, where it's starting to cool down here in the great state of Texas here. But Quinlan Ford up on Wills Point, 21-0 here with 7:35 left here in this third quarter. And Peyton Wallen just had a very big explosive run going from one side of the field to the other. And Quinlan Ford just outside of the red zone here on their 27-yard line with a first down and 10. And again, Quinlan Ford, we've seen a lot of running, occasional passing, but just this wing T offense. They've done a really good job confusing the Wills Point defense on what they're doing.
And Shane Ray from Canton put a little eagle symbols for the Canton Eagles, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure. Hey, Shane, who is Canton playing this week? Chat with me, let us know. We got I was talking to the people in the chat now, Conrad.
Oh,
come on
I'm
now.
sorry.
Got a flag on the play.
Fair enough. I already knew it, but yeah. Thank you. Good point. I'm trying to get the people involved in the chat there.
I know.
But anyway, 7:22 left here, and I need to focus on the play.
I know. That was my apologies.
No, you're good.
We did have a penalty, looks like, on Wills Point, and I believe it's going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Okay.
And you were right, Conrad. Shane Ray says Kemp, so I was testing, and I'm going to take Shane's word, but you were correct. It was Kemp.
There you go.
Good job.
We'll take his word.
Yeah. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that.
7:15 left here in the third quarter, and Quinlan moving quickly to the line and gonna hand it off.
Oh.
And gain of about one, if that, for Mr. Mason Teague.
Well, when Luis Oliveira hits you, you pretty much go down because that boy is a large human being on that defensive line for the Tigers. And he made a good stop. He kind of slanted in and made a really good stop for the Tigers.
Clock's running here. 6:43 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 6 here for Quinlan. And 15 seconds left here on the play clock. They need to get this off here. Moving the line quickly. Man in motion. And they're going to hand it off to the back. And that is number 5. Xander Sharp with the 6-yard run for another Quinlan touchdown. And go ahead.
And not just that, but he was right behind Bo Pierce. He put his hand on the back of Bo Pierce and basically just guided that 5'8", 220-pound lineman all the way to hoping a hole so he could get into that end zone for a touchdown.
And 6:27 left here in the third quarter. Again, Devin Martinez is going to kick a good extra point. Or excuse me, David Sanchez, I apologize for Quinlan. He's going to kick that good extra point there. Going to make it 28-0. And we'll be right back here on NETSN. Stay tuned.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Welcome back here to Quinlan, Texas, here at Lytle Field. 6:27 left here in the third quarter. Quinlan Ford scores another touchdown on a 6-yard run there by Mr. Xander Sharp for Quinlan. Again, kick is away here from Martinez, and that's going to be received at the 25-yard line by number 7.
And I think the ball's on the ground.
There's number 1, Landon Hamilton. And yes, we do have a Wills Point fumble, and it looks like Quinlan's going to recover.
And it's a turnover.
And Quinlan Ford with a turnover.
Chase Geiger.
Oh, we have an injured Panther, I believe.
Chase Geiger was the one who came up with the ball. And I will tell you from experience, anytime a lineman gets to jump on a football and get it, then they're going to be excited about it.
And that is,
I think he got a little bit of the wind knocked out of him, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what that walk looks like, a little bit of a wind knocked out of me walk.
Yeah.
Shane Ray writes back, just doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it, Shane, and I'm glad that people like you will step up and just do what needs to be done. So we appreciate that. And anybody else that wants to do the Lord's work and talk to us and let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods, we appreciate that, and chat with us and let us know how you're doing and what's going on.
And man in motion, Wallen fakes it to Teague, looking for a pass. He's going to pass it to Teague, and Teague in open space is going to spin and actually gain 6 or 7 yards on the extra effort by Teague. So good job there.
And okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Devin Williams is the most upset man on that football field, and I'm going to tell you why. He's holding his arms out. You might be able to see it on the screen. And he was wide open on a go route. He did a little turnaround. He did a little curl, and then he went on a go. And I don't know what Wallen was looking at, but if he would have looked up, that would have been 6 right there, because he was wide open on that go. And you guessed Conrad, my hands are up. I was like, because I thought that's where he was going.
Man in motion, and they're going to hand it off to that man in motion. That is number 5. And that's Xander Sharp, actually. And he's going to, on the extra effort and falling forward, get that touchdown on the 23-yard run.
Flag on the play. We have a holding.
But we have a flag on the play.
On the offense. It's going to come back.
Yep.
And once again, though, Bo Pierce, the offensive lineman, they were right behind him again, kind of guiding him along, but you got a holding penalty. You can't do that.
And, I think guilty for the hold was number 28, Skylar Piranio, because Coach Wallace was letting him have it.
Yeah, I just looked up, and Coach Wallace was halfway out on the field, and I didn't see who he was talking to. You did, but
yeah,
he doesn't seem happy.
Well, again, you're up 4 scores, but I'm telling you, for them wanting to stay undefeated and have perfection, they have got to fix these mistakes. Because I'm telling you, when they play teams like Canton coming up,
yeah,
and when they play teams like Sunnyvale coming up,
yep,
you cannot make mistakes against those football teams in district.
And I'm looking across the field. Coach Boxley's over there. He is just as charismatic as Coach Wallace is. And both of these coaches are really good coaches.
And Wallen going to hand it off to number 5, Xander Sharp, once again to the left-hand side. And Quinlan just moving the ball really effectively.
And Michael Baker and Caleb Morrell did a good job to stretch that play for the Tigers and to keep the Panthers from really gaining a little bit more out of that play. They make that stretch, they make that tackle as a tandem and allow more from the backside to come in and not allow the Panthers to make any more yardage.
And 4:13 left here in the third quarter. We have another handoff here to Xander Sharp. And again, seems like there's a
and I think we got some pushing and shoving going down. I'm going to say I don't. If that's what I think it was, I think that was incidental.
Yeah.
Because I did see some Wills Point players trying to catch. I believe it was 58. 58, I think it was 58. Franklin Davis was falling.
Yeah.
But if they call that what I think they're going to call it, I don't think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was – okay. I was watching what they were watching, and from where he was standing, I bet you there was it looked like that Davis was being shoved. And my position, he was not. He was falling backwards, and some Wills Point players were actually trying to catch him from behind, and I don't think the referee could see that. And so good job getting together by the referees, talking it out, and waving that off because there was no penalty on that. Great job.
Good officiating there. And Wallen now moving under center here. No man in motion. Looking at his left, he passes it. Oh, and that was almost intercepted there. That pass was intended for number 7, Devin Williams, but that was tipped by Zayden Sprayberry.
And that was a busted play from the start, and you could tell because Wallen turned around to do a fake handoff and nobody was there. And he kind of had that look of where, what? And, yeah, that was busted from the beginning. And a great job by the defense and a good job by Tanner Maddox, actually, I believe. Yeah, he was the quarterback. He's the quarterback for the Tigers, but he was the defensive back there who tipped the ball and did a good job defensively for the Tigers and turnover on downs.
And Maddox in shotgun formation. We got twins on the far side here. Man in motion. That's Martinez. Double reverse action. Mm-hmm. And not a smart decision. That's going to be a big loss there. I don't know why he was running backwards, but I guess he was trying to run it to the outside. But number 0, C.C. Cunningham, the sophomore, with a big loss there for the Tigers. Yeah,
Huggett was in on that stop and needs to be a little bit careful with the after-action talking.
Yeah,
because those referees might get you on that. Yeah, I know you get that action.
19-yard loss, and Maddox tosses it to the left-hand side, and I can't. Yeah, especially
you don't want to shoot yourself on that one because you got a 19-yard loss, but a 15-yard a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty gives them an automatic first down, and you negate what you just did, the good you just did. And I know you get excited, but that excitement can end up hurting you more than anything else. So you got to keep your head about you when you're winning.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Coach Wallace is going to talk about that in film tomorrow.
Trips on the near side here for Wills Point here. Running back lined up on the trip side. Shotgun formation, snap, and intended for number 7, Brian Martinez on the slant route, but that is incomplete, but should have been caught.
Xander Sharp was there right when the ball got there, did a great job, and just there on the stop. And Shane Ray's going to leave us. Shane, you have a good night, too. We appreciate you watching, and have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your week, buddy.
Yeah, good night, Shane. Appreciate you.
He's going to bring up 4th down. So the turnover on downs really not capitalized on by the Tigers. Conrad, not much.
Yeah. And again, Wills Point punting away here. Nobody deep here for Quinlan. And punts away. And that's going to be a Quinlan bounce. And go ahead.
I was going to say, Quinlan hadn't put anybody back deep on any punt during this game. I'm wondering if they're just not doing that, not going to risk it. But
I think with their offense and being up 4 scores here, they're just kind of content wherever the ball lands. So.
Now here, I don't know what the rule is as far as what the score process is. But I imagine one more score and the running clock situation comes in. So Wills Point needs to make a stop and get in that end zone to keep the game ability for them to come back.
Wallen getting under center here. We got 2:14 left here in the third quarter, and Wallen's going to keep it up the middle, looks like. I'll tell you one thing that I like about this Quinlan offense, though, is like if somebody's taking a fake, they're running down the field good 10, 15 yards after the play, and good job selling it.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself. They're really doing a fantastic job of just faking me out. There are times I'm honestly glad I'm not doing the play-by-play because it's like I did a Como-Picton game, and they have that same offense, and it's just hard to keep track.
And toss to the right-hand side, that is number 6. Tyler Andrews with the carry, and he's going to gain he's going to gain 7 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 here. Or actually, no, excuse me, that's going to be a first down here. So 7-yard gain, though, for Mr. Andrews there on that play. Again, Quinlan, not in a hurry here, up 4 scores, just trying to milk some clock.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're not going to be pushing as much as they were in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to open much more of the playbook either. Toss the left-hand side.
Oh, good job.
And good job there by the Wills Point defender, number 6, Reese Peterson, tackling the ball carrier, number 15, that's not number 15, that's number 10, James Barker.
And a great job by the defender. I think, who's that? King again? Was that Jax King?
No, that was
Reese Peterson.
Yes.
Peterson did a good job of keeping the runner on the inside. He didn't pursue in and force him out. He pursued out and forced him in.
Man in motion, and they're going to hand it off to that man in motion. Wallen is, and that's number 6. Tyler Andrews got hit in the shin, I guess, and fell forward. But
that was Michael Baker on that tackle, and he actually he had him. I think Michael was on the ground, and he just reached out and did a good job of making that stop.
Well, Michael Baker had an older brother, Marcus Baker, that just graduated a few years ago, and you know Baker's real well in Wills Point if your last name is Baker. So anyway, end of the third quarter here. We're heading to the fourth quarter. Quinlan Ford up 28-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you'll make, and at Fairway Ford, we're committed to keeping you on the road. Our service technicians are experts in all aspects of every vehicle we put our customers in. And with our mobile service, you can stay safely where you are. Our team comes to you to fix whatever issue you're having. Learn more and book your next appointment at fairwayfordhenderson.net.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we are back. I got some scores for you. Grace Community just gets pummeled by Austin Regents School 56-7, Conrad.
Wow.
And I have a halftime score. Terrell is beating Midlothian Heritage 21-7.
Okay.
I'll give you some more scores here in a minute.
Wallen and Quinlan Ford moving left to right on your device, and they're going to hand it off to that confused me too, kind of like you said earlier, but I think that, it was number 16 there on the carry, Rathan Caps there. Good job by Quinlan Ford faking me out.
Yeah, I think we're in the position, I was just watching the ref, I think they're going to go ahead and do a running clock here.
Yeah.
because they didn't even the ref didn't even let them stop it from moving the chains, which usually they do. So we'll see what happens on that.
And Wallen, man in motion, going to hand it off to the far back. That is number 5, Xander Sharp there on the carry. And going to gain 9 yards there. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 here with 11:13 left here in the game.
Justin Brooks in on the stop, does a good job coming from that outside linebacker position and just hits. Did get a 9-yard gain, but it's better than him breaking away and making a touchdown. So a good stop on the defense by Brooks. 26-6, by the way, real quick in the fourth quarter. Frankston over Corsicana Mildred.
Ooh, okay. And Wallen hopping under center. And they're going to toss it to the man in motion, number 6, Tyler Andrews. And I don't think he's going to gain anything on that.
And I think
or excuse me, yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I'm sorry. He gained 4 on that.
And a first down on that play. And now they're in a 1st and goal situation.
Yes, sir. It's going to be 1st and 7 here for the Panthers.
Have another score real quick. Dangerfield at halftime over Queen City, 63-8.
Ooh, okay. And
another touchdown.
We have handoff. Yeah, excuse me. Handoff there.
I was following somebody else.
Yeah, I was following somebody else too. But anyway, number 44 there on the carry. He's getting his first touchdown. That is Dylan Fulgham, the freshman running back, getting his first touch and touchdown of the year. Or I don't know if that's his first touchdown of the year, but first touchdown in this game is what I meant to say. But
right.
Quinlan Ford now up 34-0 here with 9:59 left here in the fourth quarter. And kick is up and
still
a long
going.
way for David Sanchez. Yes, like you said. And now it's 30. No, you're good. No, that was perfectly described. You executed it real well on that. But Quinlan Ford 35, Wills Point 0. We'll be right back here on NETSN after this quick commercial break for another kickoff.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, PLLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Welcome back here to Lytle Field here in Quinlan, Texas here for the fourth quarter here. 9:59 left here in the contest here. Quinlan Ford up 35-0 over Wills Point, and Quinlan Ford going to be kicking away. That is David Sanchez again for Quinlan Ford, going to be kicking away to Brian Martinez, and that is going to be muffed. And a little bit of a loss there for Wills Point there on the muffed kick. And they're going to, I think they're going to take it at the 20, if not the 21. But tough time
yeah,
for the Wills Point
it just kind of keeps on hitting.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours for Wills Point, unfortunately, tonight. But 9:56 left here in the game. Again, 35-0, Quinlan Ford up, and Wills Point going to take over on offense here. And they are actually going to mark this here at the 17-yard line, so I was wrong on that account. But 17-yard line here, and it's going to be an 83-yard drive here for Wills Point trying to get in the end zone here. So Wills Point showing a shotgun formation, trips bunch to the near side here. And Maddox going to keep it and not even get back to the line of scrimmage, I think. Loss of 1 on the play on the Maddox keeper.
And number 12, Colton Huggett, on that stop, kind of getting up a little and he's coming to the sidelines. He got up a little bit timid, and but he didn't get timid. There he is. He came off the field, but got a little, maybe hit his funny bone on his leg.
Yeah, he's a little banged up there. But anyway, Wills Point showing two-back formation. The shotgun, Eli Rice. Now
Ball's on the ground.
And ball's on the ground. Wills Point player falls back on it. Thank goodness.
And he was hit from behind and lost that ball. And that's a scary moment.
Number 50, Preston Jean, the senior, recovers the ball for Wills Point. And, yeah, it looks like, again, Eli Rice now taking over a quarterback here for Wills Point. Again, probably just trying to keep Tanner Maddox healthy at this point. Definitely a good decision here for Wills Point. But Eli Rice in at quarterback. Again, we got twins on both sides here. And Eli Rice is going to try and pass it. And that pass was intended for number 3, Braden Crow. And just out of his hands. I thought that should have been caught by Crow, personally.
Yeah, that hit him right in, and I think my dad used to say, just hit him in the wrong spot. And unfortunate, just a series of unfortunate events, so to speak.
And 8:27 left here in the contest. Wills Point going to punt away here. Again, no man back here deep for Quinlan. Quinlan just going to take it wherever the ball lands. And Eli Rice punting it away. And going to take over the 42-yard line. So again, Quinlan Ford taking over on their own 42. And 8:17 left here in the game. Again, Quinlan Ford 35, Wills Point 0. And just been a tough night for the Tigers. And
yeah,
I would say for the Panthers, I'm not going to lie to you, Keith. And again, you can chime in if you want, but even 35-0, a lot of self-inflicting penalties and a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up for continuing district play here for Ford.
Definitely a kind of a mixed bag of emotions, a bittersweet win if it comes out to that, which you and I have seen things change.
Yeah, we have.
But if it holds out to this score and they do win, it's bittersweet. And you're right. You have the goods and the bads, and there's a lot of goods, but, man, it could have been better. There's a lot of things that I can guarantee you that Coach Wallace is going to take and he's going to look at, and I don't know if I'd want to be in that set, and I don't know if they still do Saturday morning stuff, but in that Saturday morning meeting.
And Wallen going to hand it off to number 6, Tyler Andrews, and good run up the middle. That's going to be a first down for sure for Quinlan. I would say maybe even a 14 or 15-yard gain there on the good run there by Mr. Andrews.
And a holding penalty for talking about shooting yourselves in the foot a little bit.
Yeah.
Holding on the Panthers is going to back them up and erase that good run. So they'll be replaying the down.
Man, I'm going to need some caffeine for this trip home.
Whew, an hour and a half drive's a long drive.
I'll be all right.
We still got breakdown after.
Yeah, that is correct. But anyway, good night here in Lytle Field here in Quinlan. And again, we're appreciating the cooler temperatures, and football season is almost over. I can't believe Week 7's underway. Anyway, handoff to number 1. Again, we're going to see some more Quinlan Ford players getting some work, but that's number 1, Daniel Chavez, the junior running back here for Quinlan.
Michael Baker makes a good stop from behind. And these Quinlan Ford players, they're rough and get a little tired out there. A lot of running. With this type of offense, you got to be well conditioned.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see some ice baths for sure. But anyway, clock's running here. 7:15 left here in the contest. Quinlan coming out in their wing T offense and man in motion. They're going to hand it off to number 44, the freshman running back. That is Dylan Fulgham. And maybe a game. Actually, did he get the first down?
Yeah, he got the first down.
Wow. Okay.
Moving it along.
There we go. Well, good run there for the freshman, getting some work here in the fourth quarter. And I don't know if Calvin can hear me, but I'd like a shot of that moon. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that moon up there in the sky. Pretty night here in Quinlan.
It'd be hard to focus on that. As a camera guy, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, sure. But anyway, 6:40 left here in the game. Clock is running here. Quinlan is going to hand it off here to number 5. And that is...
He's gone, but there is a flag.
And he is going to the house. But, yes, there is yellow laundry on the field.
And I think we got a peel back block.
And if it stands, though, that is a 53-yard run there for Mr. Sharp.
It's a holding penalty on the offense, so it's coming back.
Yep, holding on Quinlan. So, again, another self-inflicting penalty there.
Uh-huh.
But, again, still up 5 scores. Should be okay here.
And that thing came from a long way away, that flag. But, yeah, that holding penalty hurt him.
Yep.
And the clock is running.
Yes, and we're having some substitutions here for Quinlan.
Oh.
But Wallen was coming to get the play from Wallace, and now coming back to the huddle. And Quinlan moving quickly.
Yeah, they got 3 seconds on the play clock.
Yep, they better move quickly, yep, and they do get it off. But that is a handoff to
And that's the same play,
number
just to the other
5,
side.
And they're going to push him out of the 25-yard line, so that is going to be a gain of 25 yards there. And good run there by number 5, Xander Sharp, once again for Quinlan.
Caleb Morrell does a good job of getting him out of bounds and saving that touchdown. And the clock's still going to run as he was pushed out of bounds and didn't go out of his free will.
And again, for Quinlan here, just trying to work on some things, maybe speed up the offense a little bit, or, you know, maybe work on what you're going to prepare for next week or some of the playbook. But anyway, Wallen coming under center. And going to hand it off to number 32. His first carry of the night, Emmanuel Sevilla. And again, 5:20 left here in the contest. Again, Sevilla's first carry of the night is a first down gain. So again, good job there for Mr. Sevilla, the junior.
And once again, it's a first and goal situation for the Panthers.
Seeing if I can get some scores.
Got about 5 minutes left in the ball game.
And Peyton Wallen going to hand it off to number 32.
And he just walked right on in.
Yep, Emmanuel Sevilla, and that is a 10-yard touchdown run for Mr. Sevilla. Again, that's going to make it 41-0 Quinlan with 4:46 here in the ball game. And I would say this is pretty much academically over. It'd be hard to come back from 6 scores with 4 minutes left in the ball game. So, but David Sanchez is going to kick his 6th attempt of the night, and it is good. So, David Sanchez 6 for 6 on PATs tonight, and he's a good kicker for Quinlan. He drills that ball.
He's got a leg on him. I bet he's a soccer player.
Probably, but anyway.
That's what we had. We had a soccer player as our kicker.
Right. Yeah, no, they definitely come in handy for sure. But
he was good.
Anyway, 4:46 left here in the game. Quinlan 42, Wells Point 0. We'll be back here on NETSN. And welcome back here to Lytle Field here with 4:46 left here in the game. It's 42-0 on a 10-yard touchdown run there by number 32, Emmanuel Sevilla. And we're going to have a kickoff underway here by David Sanchez, who's 6 for 6 tonight on PATs. So good job there by Mr. Sanchez, and he's going to kick it away, kind of a shallow kick. And going to go out of bounds, and we're going to have a flag on the play here for illegal procedure. And again, with that, Wills Point going to take over on the 40-yard line. So, again, let us know where you're listening from. If you're still hanging with us,
we appreciate
it. Yeah, chat and let us know where you're listening from.
I was watching the referee. I was trying to see he was doing something. I'm trying to see what he was doing.
And
yeah.
Anyway, let me see if I can get some scoring updates.
Gotcha.
For you Dallas Stars fans, National Hockey League, again, National Hockey League just got underway. Dallas Stars are up on Winnipeg 5-3 with 4:40 left in the third
Who's
quarter.
playing the NFL game tonight?
It is Eagles-Giants.
Ooh.
And actually, let me give you a scoring update on that. Let's see. Actually, we'll do this play here. Wills Point, shotgun formation, two-back set again. Eli Rice here. Gonna hand it off to number 1, Landon Hamilton, and Landon Hamilton gonna gain maybe 2 or 3 on that play.
It's the biggest quarterback I've ever seen.
Ooh, you are not gonna believe this.
What's up?
I'm not joking right now.
Are the Giants winning?
The Giants are winning. With 12:51 in the fourth quarter, it is 27-17 New York Giants.
They'll end up losing.
Maybe. But
I would love it. I would love it if the Giants beat the Eagles, even though I equally loathe both teams.
I just hope Cam Scattaboo has a lot of fantasy points because I need that. So anyway, that's Eli Rice there in the shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to the left-hand side. And on the carry there is going to be number 2, Grayson Mixon, the junior. Again, number 2, Grayson Mixon getting his first touch of the night. Oh, excuse me. No, that is incorrect. That is number 7, Brian Martinez, actually.
Dylan Fulgham came in there and made the stop for the Panthers. Did a good job of getting in there and clogging up that hole that was made by the Tiger front line.
And again, Dylan Fulgham, the only freshman here on varsity for Quinlan. And he's a big kid for a freshman if he is.
No, it looks like there's one more. Am I wrong? Looks like Lawrence McBride.
Oh, you are correct. Excuse me. Number 1 getting the carry. That is Landon Hamilton. And he's going to get tackled on the play.
And that's going to bring up 4th down, Conrad.
Yep. And that is going to bring up 4th down. You're correct. 4th.
No, I just wanted to make sure we got, because I don't want Lawrence McBride family coming on chat going,
yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. I just want to make sure you don't get in trouble with death threats or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know how. Trust me, I'm a parent too. We all know we're crazy.
Clock's running here. 2:45 left here in the game, and again, not really a sense of urgency here from Wills Point. I think they're just trying to get out of here healthy. And
I believe they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Okay. And yes, timeout is by Wills Point, and with 2:33 left here in the game. Quinlan Ford 42, Wills Point 0.
I'm going to look up some high school scores, see if I can find anything real quick, and see what's going on in the world. With Thursday night football, it's in high school wise, there's not much to grow on here.
In college, Tulane and East Carolina are tied up 19-19 with 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Sam Houston up on Jacksonville State 21-20 with 14:52 left here in the fourth quarter. And Southern Miss up on Georgia Southern 35-14 with 3:28 left here in the third.
Hey, do you have the Ennis Greenville score? All I have is 14-0, but that's a halftime score. I'm sure that they are past that.
Yeah, here. Let me
and
see
you have different avenues than I do.
4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's Ennis 24, Greenville 8.
Nice.
Saxe 28, North Garland 13, and South Garland loses to Wiley East 55-0. That is a final. And we are back to action here. Rice Gonna try and chunk it up the middle and gets that pass complete somehow to number 5, Jax King on the bullet.
Yeah, we got about 20 seconds till the 2-minute timeout, quote unquote.
Frisco defeats Sherman 48-17. Richardson defeats Irving Nimitz 62-7. And back to action here. Rice with a shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. And he's going to hand it off to a wide open Brian Martinez. And Martinez going to gain about 4 on that carry. And good sportsmanship there from number 5 for Quinlan Ford. Xander Sharp picking him up.
Caden Scott he couldn't stop, and he ran smack dab into Brian Martinez, and Martinez just kind of laid down. So good job of number 7. That was Devin Williams of helping Scott back up. Good job.
And number 83 now coming in the game, Lane White here for Quinlan. And Eli Rice is going to somehow stand up and trying to get wrapped up there by number 11, Caden Scott, defensively for Quinlan Ford, but somehow got that pass off, but ended up being incomplete.
That's a big boy to try to bring down, though. Yeah. I'm sorry, but he's a big man.
Oh, no doubt here. And we got 1:23 left here in the contest. Again, Quinlan Ford up 42-0 here. We appreciate you guys sticking with us here through this game tonight.
It looks like they skipped the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, well.
That must be a coach's decision.
Yeah, well. Anyway, we've got Maddox back in at quarterback, it looks like. And Maddox going to hand it off to number 1, Landon Hamilton.
The ball came loose. However, the referee said that he was down. Dangerfield, oh, goodness gracious, got a score. Nathan Hawkins, thank you for this. Dangerfield, 82, Queen City, 8.
Oh.
Man.
Yikes. I don't know what's going on there in Queen City.
Was it Queen City Junior High or? Wow, that's tough on those kids. I hate that. That's just a bad.
Anyway.
That's a long game.
Shotgun formation here for Maddox. 2 backs in the backfield, and handoff here to number 30. It looks like, or 28.
And ball came loose again.
That's 18 for Wills Point, and that is Caleb Ramirez, the sophomore there. And we only got 10 seconds left in this contest. This is pretty much over.
Yeah, Nathan, I appreciate you giving us those scores.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of our listeners. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the ball game.
And your final here from Hobart Lytle Field. Oh, excuse me, there's 10 seconds left. Oh, now the clock's running. Okay. Anyway, final score here from Hobart Lytle Field in Quinlan, Texas is Quinlan Ford 42, Wills Point 0. And big win for Quinlan Ford, and tough stretch here for Wills Point.
Yeah, a lot to build on. You had a lot of positives for Wills Point to build on, mainly in your first quarter, your first half. They played a lot better first half than they did the second half. I'm not going to lie about that. Not going to take away from the hard work they did, but yeah, their first half was better. Quinlan has a lot to work on as far as discipline in their penalties wise. Although I will say I am excited to see how they play the rest of the season. I'm gonna keep tracks and tabs on them because they're a heck of a football team. So is Wills Point. Don't count them out. Yeah. I believe they're going to have a good rest of the season, and anxious to see how both of these teams work out over the next 5 games or 4 games.
Yeah, definitely. And Quinlan Ford now 6-0 on the year, and again, big win here for the Quinlan Ford Panthers. But I think if we talk to Coach Wallace after this game, which again we're not going to, but I can speak for him because obviously I've interviewed him enough. But he's not pleased with how many penalties were happened in this game, and they've got a lot to clean up.
Yeah.
Especially with Canton and Sunnyvale coming up shortcoming here. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Conrad here, Keith here, Calvin on the camera. We appreciate him very much. And again, final score here tonight from Hobart Lytle Field in Quinlan is Quinlan Ford 42, Wills Point 0. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and make sure you subscribe and listen to all of our broadcasts upcoming here on NetSN. Again, we got a lot of games we're covering tomorrow, a lot of games we're covering the rest of the year, and we got a lot of playoff matchups upcoming. But Keith, you got anything else?
I don't. Hope everybody has a good rest of the night, and tune in tomorrow for some good games like Conrad said.
Yeah, absolutely. And good night here. And we appreciate you guys supporting NetSN. We could not do it without our viewers and our sponsors. So good night here from Hobart Lytle Field. Again, final score, Quinlan Ford 42, Wills Point 0.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks a tackle. Oh, my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the center.
Welcome to NetSN Game On.